Saturday afternoon, the Springfest block party in the Village Lane area of Harrisonburg near the campus of JMU drew about 8,000 people. JMU police say there were reports of property damage, injuries, and a request from the property owner to the police to have people leave. Police responded, but then police drew back after debris was thrown at them. So then the civil disturbance unit was brought in. Pepper spray and tear gas were used and arrests were made. More arrests are anticipated. And joining us now to discuss the weekend incident is Dr. Mark Warner. He is the Senior Vice President for Student Affairs of James Madison University. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Now, Dr. Warner, JMU President Dr. Linwood Rose is out of town today, but his message on the JMU website says, "To those of you who were involved, your collective behavior was an embarrassment to your university and a discredit to our reputation." How much of a black eye is this?
Well, I think whenever there's this kind of behavior, it is a black eye. One of the things we're so concerned about is our community. And this kind of behavior is not acceptable in our community. We're also very concerned about the safety and security of students and non-students that attend these kind of events.
What do you say to the larger JMU community, the Harrisonburg community, that has at times had a love-hate relationship with JMU about this incident, which obviously doesn't do anything to, raise positive feelings?
Right. Well, I think, first of all, we've gotten so much support from the Harrisonburg community throughout the years in so many different ways. So I feel very good about that. I'm never happy when we have this kind of negative behavior anywhere, whether it's at Forest Hills or whether it's downtown. It doesn't matter where, because for me, our students are always our ambassadors. And I think for us what's important is now we bring together this group of folks and we start talking and think about what can we do collaboratively to prevent this kind of thing from happening in the future.
So what will you be doing? You say we'll bring together this group of folks specifically. Who's going to come together and when?
We'll get together students, we'll get together police officers, we'll get together folks from the community, citizens, we will get together apartment owners, and we're going to have some real frank, serious discussions on what do we need to do to work better, to work more closely to mitigate this kind of thing in the future.
There was a similar incident back in 2000. Obviously, I guess on one sense you can say, well, that's a long gap between incidents. What has been done since that first incident, which I guess heretofore you would say has been somewhat successful in stopping similar incidents up until this one?
Sure. We created an alcohol foundational plan, which had about 25, 30 elements. One of those was a community coalition. And that coalition had the same membership that I'm talking about now. The coalition still exists today. It serves a little bit different function. But we talked about what are the kind of programs that we need to have, what are some preventative strategies we need to take. Probably the most beneficial thing that came out of it was our working relationship with the HPD. And our police department and Harrisonburg Police Department work very closely together now. And I think that was probably the most successful piece that came out of the foundational plan.
Can the city or can JMU, I guess this would be city because it was off campus, require some type of permit for an event this large?
I don't know. That's a city question. I don't know that answer.
Okay. And as far as JMU, I mean, short of the police enforcing the existing laws, I guess just more of the same and see what happens when this meeting as to where you go from here?
Sure. Right. And for us, the next steps will be very important. And we will spend some time and we will come up with very tangible items that we will pursue together.
Okay. Dr. Mark Warner, the Senior Vice President for Student Affairs at JMU, thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
And now let's send it back to